On the economic front, South Korean officials are heading back to Washington to fine-tune the details of the Korea-U.S. tariff negotiations. Our Kim Bo-kyoung tells us more.
Presidential Chief of Staff for Policy Kim Yong-beom and Industry Minister Kim Jung-kwan depart for Washington, D.C. on Wednesday once again for tariff negotiations with the U.S. It has only been a few days since the two officials returned from earlier trips to D.C., during which they talked to U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick to finalize the details of the $350 billion investment package. Though there are still one or two remaining issues, the Presidential Chief of Staff for Policy had said Seoul had made substantive progress in those talks.
The chances of reaching an agreement have grown compared to previous U.S. visit, especially with the upcoming APEC Leaders meeting.
The key issue of the tariff negotiations has been over South Korea's investment package in the U.S. to reduce tariffs on key products such as automobiles. Washington has been demanding a full cash investment or an upfront equity contribution, which Seoul says is unrealistic given the country's foreign exchange constraints. But as the U.S. now appears to have stepped back from this demand, the negotiations recently gained momentum.
Not really. If they were, we wouldn't be able to solve the problem. The U.S. has accepted much of our view on that issue.
With the two officials heading back to the U.S. to finalize the details, expectations are growing that the two countries could reach a dramatic agreement during the potential summit between the two leaders, as President Trump is to visit Korea soon for the APEC Leaders meeting. Meanwhile, the impact of U.S. tariffs is starting to show in Korea Customs Service data, with exports to the U.S. for the first 20 days of October plunging 24.7% compared to the previous year. Even considering there were 2 less working days during this period, exports to the U.S. were still down more than 10%. Total exports to all countries from October 1st to 20th totaled $30.15 billion, down 7.8% from the same period last year, largely due to that fall in exports to the U.S. Kim Bo-kyoung, ArirangNews.